Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And in today's video, I'm going to do a recap of my October Shop My Stash and introduce my November Shop My Stash. I was able to finish up a couple things this past month. I'm like so close to being done. 2 items that I might just bring them in unofficially into November just to be able to fully use them up and say we got our full use out of them. And then for November, I kind of switched up a couple categories and did it a little different this month, so I think that will be a fun twist. This also might be my last full Shop My Stash for a while, because in December, I don't know, we'll see how December goes. Who knows when she's gonna make her appearance. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing and listening to me talk about all this makeup, then keep on watching. Let's go. I am wearing some of these products today. We'll let you know what is on my face. I'm actually doing a test run of the makeup I want to wear for my baby shower, which has already happened as you're watching this, but I'm doing like a test run. But let's just start going through what I had in October. The first item was this primer from Illamasqua. This is their Hydra Veil Primer. It's a very interesting product. I did get this in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and I learned this month that this is a spoon, so you don't have to scrape your hands in there. It's like this jelly consistency. Like if I scoop product out, it always kind of reformulates to look untouched. I actually think I'm maybe about halfway through this product. I like this. It's got a very watery consistency when you rub it into your face. I think it's a little overpriced for what it is. It's not something I would repurchase, especially because I do not like the packaging. It's very bulky, but I mean, it's fun to have. I don't regret getting it and using it, but it's just not something I would ever use again. Next is the foundation I am wearing today, and I cannot believe I didn't use this up. This is the L'Oreal Pro Glow. There must be 1, maybe 2 uses left in this. When I squeeze it right now, it's hard to get product out. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations. I have 2 other shades of this open currently, and I think I actually might even have this, which is the 201 Classic Ivory shade, in my backup drawer. So this has been one of my favorite foundations since I guess I started my channel. I love this foundation. I just think it looks so natural on the skin. I mean, like I said, I'm planning on wearing it to my baby shower, so I love this guy. And my plan is, of course, to actually fully use that up this month, because there's only a use or 2 left. So hopefully it will be in November's empties. This is the concealer I had. This is the Kokie Be Bright Concealer. Now, I never had to take the stopper out, but I feel like you can see that I'm really starting to make a dent on it. I'm scraping at the sides. There's not a lot of product left in here, I don't think. I like this. I don't love it. I find that this, even if I really set it well, it does settle into my lines under my eyeballs, and it's not an all-time favorite. I think it's okay. It's not something I would repurchase again. I had 2 powders. The first one I'm wearing today. This is the most frustrating powder. I don't know if you can see, but there's basically nothing left in here. There's maybe a use or 2, but this doesn't have a sifter for me to pull. This doesn't, well, it doesn't have a stopper for me to pull out to get every last little bit. I'm going to try to use it 1 or 2 more times, because I can get some powder out. It's just, it requires a lot of turning and tapping, and it's a workout trying to get anything out of here. But it's basically done. I'm calling it done. I'm going to try to use it 1 or 2 more times. Like I said, I am wearing it today, so I'm going to wear it to my baby shower, but I'm excited to be done with it. I've had it in my collection over 2 years. I'm not planning on repurchasing it immediately, but maybe sometime down the line I will. I also had the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Illumination Powder. I actually grew to enjoy this past month. I thought I would make more progress and maybe hit pan in this little sample of it, but I did not. But I actually don't mind it for setting my under eyes. I actually think it looks like a very nice powder. So I'm actually glad that I got to play with it more this month and realize that it's not as useless as I thought it was. For brows, I did actually fully use up my brow pencil. This is the Wander Beauty Brow Pencil. I had this in the shade Dark Brown. I did get this in an Ipsy Glam Bag, and I really like it. I think it's a great pencil. I think it works really well, but there's only 3 shades, so if you can't find a shade that matches, I wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of on that Benefit, ABH, brow price, so it's not something I would pay full price for, but if I did see it on sale, I probably would purchase it again. For my brow gel, I had the NYX Bare With Me brow gel. Now, I thought this was completely running out because I wasn't getting any product on my brows when I was using it. So I took the stopper out. That was a good idea and a bad idea. So now when I take it out, it looks like this, and I have to scrape a lot of the product off. However, Now I'm able to actually get enough product in my brows to actually make it work. So it's kind of really messy and annoying to use now, but I feel like it actually works now because I'm getting enough product. Whereas before I definitely was not, and that's why I wasn't enjoying it. So this is not something I repurchased because I don't love that about it, but it's not as bad as I had thought it was before. Now for eyeliners, for a black eyeliner, I had the Urban Decay Zero eyeliner. I actually did Tightline with this today. You guys, look how tiny this is. I'm tempted to, at some point, try to pan it. Not today, but some point. And I did have a brown eyeliner. This is from Laura Geller, and this is the shade Brown Eyed Girl, so it was a brown eyeliner. I did use this a ton this month as well. I enjoy the formula. I think I got this from BoxyCharm. It's not a bad product. And then the liquid liner I'm wearing today is my Physicians Formula Waterproof Eye Booster. This is my all-time favorite liquid eyeliner. It just lasts all day. It's so good. I love this thing. So let's do blush, bronzer, and highlighter. I did bring in this bronzer. This is the bronzer I'm wearing today. This is the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer. Wore this so much this month. I really like this. I love the sheen it has. I'm a really big fan, like I said. I'm probably gonna wear it to my baby shower. I brought in a cool tone and warm tone blush option. So from Cover FX, I did bring in the Warm Honey Duo. I like this. I find that it's very pigmented. You have to go very light-handed, but it is pretty. I don't think it's worth the price tag, but it is a nice product. And then for a cool tone, I did bring in my Cool Down palette from Clinique. I definitely reached into this shade the most. It's definitely my favorite shade in the palette. Ironically, it's really not very cool toned. So yeah, I do like this formula, but this is no longer available. And then for highlighter, I had the Maybelline Master Chrome in, I think it's now called Pearl. But I mean, look at the pan in the center of it. I really think that this maybe could be brought into a project pan someday and see what kind of progress we can make on it, because it's a really nice product. On to eyes. So the eye primer I was using all month was the Pretty Vulgar eye primer. This one's okay. I got it in a BoxyCharm. Nothing to write home about, just it's okay. From my singles drawer, I brought in the Kaja Bento box in Chocolate Dahlia. I do like this, however, this shimmery shade, even if I use a glitter glue, gets glitter all over my face by the end of the day, which is kind of annoying. It is a very easy, you know, there's a transition, there's your outer corner, there's your lid. It's like very easy, straightforward to use. It just, the fallout from all the glitter can be very annoying. I also had this duo here from e.l.f. This was one I actually just got as a free sample from e.l.f., but I found myself reaching for it a lot more than I expected because it was really easy to use this as a really quick transition shade and throw this all over the lid all month. So I used this a lot more than I anticipated. And this is their Pink Pal Duo. I also brought in a liquid glitter. This is the Ciate London Eye Luster in the shade. Maybe it doesn't have a shade. I don't know. Oh, no, I can't find the shade. This is okay. I feel like a lot of people really enjoy this product. I find that sometimes the way it applies kind of looks chunky on my eyelids. I don't know. It's not a product where I would buy another shade of it. It's just okay. Luckily, it isn't drying out though, which is nice, but I'm not the craziest about how it looks. Now I brought in 3 palettes I thought would be nice for October. The first was the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions. This was probably out of all the palettes the one I reached for the most because it is just like a really easy, straightforward palette, at least for me to use. I also brought in Orange You Glad. I made a conscious effort to use this at least one time this month, and I did that. And I'm pretty sure I used Squeeze Me as the main focus. These are really nice shadows. I just don't always wear colorful looks. And then I also had Urban Decay Naked Honey, which I was actually surprised how I did not reach for this as much as I reached for my Huda palette. But I really do like this palette as well. For a setting spray, this is the setting spray I'm wearing today. This literally feels empty. Like, I don't understand how stuff is still coming out of this. I'm going to finish this month. This is my Morphe spray. I used it, I'm fairly certain, every single day of the month of October. I don't know how it's not empty. I'm going to finish it though. I'm telling you, I'm gonna finish this thing. And then I did bring in a whole bunch of nude lip options. First here from CoverGirl, I have their Demi Matte in the shade Streaker. I really like this formula. It's one of my favorite drugstore lipstick formulas. Sadly, I don't think I ever used my Fenty lipstick in Unbuttoned. I feel like I just never had an eye look that went with this specific shade, so it didn't get used this month, unfortunately. I think that's the only product I did not use though. I also had the Crush liquid lipstick from Anastasia. This one is nice. I do like to use lip liner and maybe a little gloss with it, but it is nice. Also from Anastasia, I had their Kristen lip gloss. This is a pretty pigmented gloss. It is nice. It's a little thicker. It's not my favorite formula, but it's not too bad. From Dose of Colors, I had the Lazy Daisy liquid lipstick. I'm a really big fan of this. And the last product was a lip oil from CoverGirl, and this is the grape juice lip oil. They no longer make this, but it is a really nice lip oil. Okay, now that I've gone through everything from October, let's get into November and what I'm bringing in. First is the primer I'm wearing today. This is from Benefit, and this is the Hydrate Professional. Oh, this was maybe one of the bigger surprises of 2020 that I actually liked a Professional product. I did get this in a BoxyCharm, and I'm happy to use it this month. For a foundation, I'm bringing in the Wander Beauty Nude-Illusion foundation in the shade Fair. This did come in an Ipsy Glam bag. I haven't used this in a while, and I think it'll be nice to have a nice, like, hydrating foundation this time of year. For concealer, I am bringing in my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. I just bought this one last month. It's a new shade to me. I am wearing it today. So the one I currently had before this is a little bit too dark for me when I am not self-tan, so I wanted to grab a lighter shade, and here it is. We'll be using it this month. For powder, I actually grabbed 2 Bare Minerals powders unintentionally, but I wanted to grab some powders I don't very often reach for, and these are definitely in that category. The first is actually the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. I do have a little sample of it I'd like to use. I also have this duo from them, Translucent Powder Duo, and it has more of like a matte and more of a shiny, glowy powder. For brows, I brought in the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I don't know if I'll be able to use it up this month. Like, there's still a pretty decent amount left, but this is one of my favorite drugstore brow pencils, so I figured let's use it this month. And then I also am bringing in the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I actually do have this in my brows today. This one is one of my oldest brow gels, and I want to see if I can use it up. For a black eyeliner, we have another Bare Minerals product. This is their Lasting Line Absolute Black Eyeliner. This is one of my oldest eyeliners, and there's still that much product left. I don't know if I will be able to use that up this month, but I'll try and see what I can do. And for a colorful liner, I went with an Urban Decay in the shade Starfire. It's kind of like a metallic orange. I thought that would be nice for fall. And for an eyeliner, I went with one of my older ones that I have not used in a while. This is from the brand Mirabella. This is their Magic Marker Eyeliner. We'll see if it has any juice left in it. So one of the things I decided to switch up this month is with bronzer, blush, and highlight. I decided to bring in one of each in a cream product and one of each in a palette format. So for powders, I'm gonna have them in palette form. And then for each, I'm also going to have a cream option. So let's look at the creams first. For bronzer, I do have the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. This is something that could potentially be used up this month. I'm not sure, but we can see what we can do. For blush, I went with the MAC Glow Play Blush and So Natural. This is one of my favorite cream blushes. Cream, whatever texture we want to call this. And then for highlighter, I went with this one from Steve Laurent. This is their Jelly Highlighter. Got this in an Ipsy bag, and I have barely used it. This is the shade Cotton Candy. And then for the palettes I picked, for bronzer, I went with Tarte Park Avenue Princess. It smells so good. And it's got all these options in it. For blush, I also went with a Tarte palette, and this is their Double Duty Beauty Make Every Moment Count palette, and it has 3 blushes. So this one I got in Ipsy, this one I got in BoxyCharm. And then for a highlighter palette, I went with this one from Ofra's holiday collection last year, and this is one of their signature palettes in Glow x 5, and it has 5 of their different highlighters in it. Now onto eyeshadow. For an eye primer, I went with MAC Paint Pot. For some singles, I'm bringing in my Only e.l.f. Jelly Much Shadow. I have this in Crystal Castle. I'm pretty sure this is dried up. I'm gonna see what I can do with it this month to see if I can get any use out of it. And if it really is not salvageable, we're gonna get rid of it. If you have any ideas of how to revive these, let me know. I have a shadow stick from e.l.f. in the shade Blue Steel. Something a little different. We'll see what I can do with that. And then a Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Rose Gold Retro. This one might be on its last legs, we'll see. And then for eyeshadow, I usually bring in 3 palettes, but for this month I decided let's just do 1 palette, and let's just do the Jaclyn Hill palette, because there are enough options in here to make a full month's worth of looks. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bunch of shadows in this palette that I've never even used before. So I thought, you know what? Let's give it its month. It has a lot of fall tones. We're doing something different. For setting spray, I decided to pick my oldest setting spray. It's from the brand Pure Bliss, and There's about that much left in here. Let's see if we can make a dent. And then for lip products, I kind of went fully nude lip again this month, but it is what it is. So first here from Kylie, I have her matte lipstick in the shade Bare. I have a gloss here from Iconic London in the shade Nearly Nude. From Wet n Wild, I have one of their High Shine liquid lipsticks in the shade Send Nudes. I have a lipstick from Marc Jacobs in the shade Roleplay. I have a Velvet Matte liquid lipstick from Ulta that doesn't actually have a shade name on it, but just like a little mini free sample. And then from Nude Sticks, I have their Matte Cream in the shade Naughty and Spice. And now I will give you an overview of what my current Shop My Stash looks like. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of everything I'm using this month and anything else you guys want me to know about the month of November coming up. And as usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. And my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!